Alright guys, so I am down here in Oklahoma on an abandoned farmstead. I think it's a farmstead. Abandoned piece of property at the least that is going up for auction. There's a bunch of equipment and stuff on here. The auctioneer is going to be Ken Patterson, and we'll do a walkthrough of all this fine upstanding stuff, like this Alice Chalmer track hoe and other things, and we'll see what's all here and stuff. I'll give you information. If you see something that you're interested on, you can contact him, and he can either bid for you or whatever if you want to come down to Oklahoma and pick this stuff up. So I don't know what we're going to find. That's an interesting something they made there. Now, a minute ago, I think there's a tractor up in that Johnson grass, as I saw an air breather sticking up in the air.
It's a fuel tank sitting right there. Walk straight ahead, you'll see the back.
Is it a fuel tank?
I believe so. Walk on up and just look at everything that's there.
Okay, so it is a fuel tank. I saw.
No, it is a tractor.
No, it is a tractor.
It's a John Deere.
It's a D. It's a John Deere D. That is one massive blade.
Holy crap.
Yeah. It's a John Deere D. See, I thought I saw that sticking above the Johnson grass. Well, you guys who need a John Deere D, I've just found you one. And one very massive blade of some kind.
The motor's free on that one.
I'm going to look at that one.
I reached in and grabbed the fan every time.
I wonder if that one might start. This is one of those places where you could very easily miss something really cool. And W9. Usual weighted. Huh. Never seen one with a front axle like that before. It's got to be an industrial because it's got 20s on the front. Yeah, it's an industrial. So, and it's narrower in the back. I wonder if it's hand clutched. No? Judging by the fact that the rust is wore off where you put your feet, I'm going to bet it hadn't been too long since this one ran or was being used. Oh. Okay. Blazer. Wish this camera has zoom, guys, because I'm not going to crawl down in there because I don't need ticks or snakes. But that gully is clear full of fenders and cabs and stuff of Model A, Model T, bits and pieces. There's an axle over here by the tree, but it's all Model A, Model T, fenders and hoods and bodies and stuff just shoved down through this entire ravine. And then you come up over this way. We got a tank off over in there, and then just stuff piled up higher and high. Old one-way. Old Ford car. Check up in here in a minute, but my case senses are tingling. Okay, which way? I think I'm gonna go this way first, because there's a lot of stuff over that way. Oh.
Down the axle, missing the back tires.
Oops. Okay. There's a massive hole right there.
That's a big one.
There we go. Yeah.
Missing the back axle.
It's laying over there in the weeds. I noticed the back axle. Yeah, that's a big boy. I guess if you collect them, but I don't know how you're supposed to get it out of here. Yeah, it is a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a whole bunch of stuff over here. All right, guys. More goodies. 900 propane, very straight. Nice looking tractor with a blade. That is a good looking tractor. Wrap around front weights. Really good tires on the back. Good rubber on the front. Some more stuff in here. All right. What we got back here? It's a station wagon. F100. Pardon, lizard. I don't know what that station wagon is. You guys will know. It's clear full of stuff. Truck's not in bad shape either. auger laying in the weeds there. Huh. Bunch of old vehicles back in there. Old grain drill. I don't know if you guys can see or they're not. There's an old truck cab upside down. Don't really want to go trumping down in there. And then over here, like I was telling you earlier about that ravine, you kind of can see a little better. It's full of Model T, Model A. Let's get past the... I don't know if you can see there. And then over here, there's a little Alice Chalmer combine back here. Well, there's the remains of a case baler, old Chevy truck. Old Alice Chalmer combine back there. And then over there underneath that tree branch, if you look close, you can see there's another old international truck cab.
That's another part of the combine back there, isn't it?
And then back over here, which I can't get to, is if you look through the weeds there, you can see there's an all crop and something else. And then there's a one-way right in front of me here. This stuff is so hidden, it's just hard to say where's what, when, and where. Okay, so we got a V plow. I think this wraps around. So. Old Chevy Buick. Old Buick. Maybe? I don't know. Not a car guy. Bell elevator. I see some yellow handles sticking out of the weeds there. Minneapolis mowing plow. Next to what's left of a D something.
Say 17. Should be 15. Propane.
Yeah, D15.
I believe so.
D15 propane with an postal digger. And 930 cabbed. It's got the nice case weights on it. Those are pretty valuable. Okay.
Don't kill yourself.
Oh, I know you will. There's a 3-point brush hog in there. Yeah, there is. No tail wheel. All crop. And the little A Johnny, or A Gleaner. Van Brunt, yeah. And we got a little trailer. And a John Deere R. Huh. John Deere one way, and then if I could get through the sand palm bushes, there's a baler back in there with a motor on him.
Case. Isn't it? No?
Old Alice mower or baler with a old military truck with a tank on the back.
It burned out.
Yeah. We got so international grain drill, but look, there is a P100 Alice combine sitting up there. That's a rarity for sure. There's a on style John Deere hood laying over there. Oh yeah. The Model A's that have rusted away out here. Look at that, guys. Look at all the Model A's. Bits and pieces. Let's see if there's anything else up past that.
There's something on the other side of that combine.
There's something on the side of the combine. Okay.
That's an old Flounder.
Yeah. Burned out car. Modern burned out car. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So, found another case, propane. I'm walking. Stuff's all so spread out. Propane tank back in the weeds there. Okay. Bush hogs. Decent. I don't know if you can see it, guys, but there's a spring tooth over in the weeds there. But I think that pretty much covers that stuff. And then growing up in the trees again. Looks like we got another 900 case all grown up in the trees. That thing's been pretty much gutted. Ain't much of that one left. Unless you want a set of fenders. Set of Crustbuster Packers and an propane tank, but that's pretty much it. Okay guys, so this is the last stuff. This is what's on the second homestead of this abandoned place. Somebody want a big dually Chevy truck. Well, I don't know if it's a dually.
They're both dualies.
Yeah, they're both dualies, aren't they? Flatbed, square body Chevys. You guys pay way too much money for it. It's ridiculous. Old Ford. Okay. Alright guys, I think that's the last of the stuff.